Belle Delphine somehow always finds a way to get people talking, and it's usually not for the best reasons. There was her bathwater scandal, her P-Hub account, which was really just a parody of her titles, her recent OnlyFans Christmas Day present. I mean, odds are you've heard of Belle Delphine before. Some love her, some hate her, the rest of us, well, we just don't really understand what's going on. Either way, guys, Belle is being cancelled and has since responded to the backlash she received, defending her decision. I'm going to tell you guys all about it right now in IO. Make sure to smash that like button. And before we do get into things, I do want to give everyone a heads up or a trigger warning. The topics we'll be covering may be a little hard to hear or see as they pertain to someone fantasizing themselves being the victim of a crime in which another person would force themselves upon said person. Unfortunately, because of YouTube, there are certain words I can't say, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say there. Now, it's no secret that Belle Delphine finds a new way to cause controversy of sorts almost every day of the week. As previously mentioned, she upset a lot of people when selling her bathwater for $30 a bottle, but at the same time sold out. People were also a little upset with her trolling ways on the hub, but it was all in good fun. Titling videos to lead viewers of the site to believe they'd be seeing a scandalous side of Belle, she would end up trolling them doing exactly what the title said. For example, Belle Delphine playing with two showed her in bed with two chickens. Another video, PewDiePie goes all the way inside Belle Delphine, showed the gamer girl eating a printed out image of one of YouTube's biggest stars. She's no stranger to controversy and getting people talking about what she's done, good or bad. But it seems this time around, she may have crossed the line. I mean, you could say she crossed the line before by selling bathwater, but that doesn't really hurt anyone. This situation, on the other hand, well, it could definitely affect people all over the world. On January 12th, without any sort of trigger warning alluding to the content she'd be sharing, Belle posted 4 images to her Twitter account, which boasts over 1.5 million followers, captioned, "My perfect first date." Now, I can't go into much detail about the images she shared, nor do I know if we're allowed to show them on YouTube. That being said, for the sake of the information I do need to share, I will be describing the images. So again, I want to give a trigger warning to anyone who may be affected. Of the 4 images shared, 2 show Belle tied up with her arms and legs wrapped in rope and duct tape covering her mouth while she sat in the back of a car. Another image, which was barely censored, showed Belle laying in the trunk of the car with her hands tied back, her legs tied up in the air, and tape once again over her mouth. The final image shows a masked man pushing Belle, who is tied up against a tree. Well, it's uncensored. All 4 images show Belle wearing a headband, a light blue flower patterned dress, and stockings. At a quick glance, it seems she's trying to portray a schoolgirl, which many on Twitter also seem to point out. Now, at the time of this recording, the tweet is pinned to the top of her profile, so it's the first thing you see when you get to her page. It's been retweeted just under 12,000 times and has over 6,000 comments. And oddly enough, the comment section itself is an absolute war zone. Some are defending her actions, while others are saying she should be taken off the platform altogether. Some went as far as saying anyone who is into Belle's photos needs some serious psychological help, while others were arguing that because it's not in fact real and is just a fantasy or a simulation, then it's okay, and those putting others down are essentially kink shaming. Some didn't seem to have an issue with the content itself, but more so how Belle didn't put any sort of trigger warning and decided to post it on a free platform, such as Twitter, instead of her OnlyFans or Patreon page, where fans pay a monthly subscription knowing exactly what they'll be getting. Someone specifically referenced how the kink itself isn't the issue, but where she posted it, fearing that a child could potentially come across the content. On the flip side, I mean, regardless of who posts it, Belle or a total stranger, it could end up on your timeline, but I still understand the point the user was making. Twitter probably isn't the place for it. And of course, to no surprise, the queen of controversy herself, Belle Delphine, decided to chime in, posting another barely censored Twitter photo and a very long Notes app explanation. / apology. Not really apology, she didn't really apologize for anything. Now, there are some words I can or can't say, and given how long the entire Notes message is, well, I'm not going to include the entire thing on here as we'd be here for quite a while. That being said, I will highlight some of the most important parts of said statement, because, well, it certainly wasn't an apology. Starting things off, Belle wrote, I quote, "There is nothing wrong with enjoying power play and BDSM, where both people are consensual." She goes on to say that her saying she enjoys a specific type of fantasy, and then making claims that she's promoting unconsensual sex, is the same argument as people saying video games promote violence. Her statement went on to read, I quote, "I made it very clear in the caption of my photo, and anything written about it, that I was enjoying it and that it was consensual." She also highlights that she never said that anything was against her will, nor did she necessarily say the word. I quote, "This is what other people have put into it." She then goes on to explain the things she's into. I quote, "I enjoy the idea of being tied up and used, with my consent obviously. Another thing that people have said is that I'm trying to dress like a child, which to me is insane. I felt like dressing vintage that day, and even styled my hair in a beehive that was very common for women of that time. All the clothes I wear are made for adults, so the only thing that people could comment on maybe is the fact that I'm wearing a dress. It's very confusing for me. Belle then continues on by explaining that no one likes the idea of someone forcing themselves upon someone else. No one wants it to exist. She went on to make the comparison that by saying she is for that idea, I quote, then 50% of the female population is too. Because if you look at statistics based upon this, from studies done over the last 30 years, including new studies, a lot of women have power play / similar fantasies in the exact same way. After again claiming she consented to everything that was done to her, Belle went on to say, I quote, I am not apologizing for anything. What I did wasn't wrong and much more normal than people think. Look at one of the most common sexual outfits in fantasies, schoolgirl. She went on to ask, if you wear a similar type outfit, are you promoting a type of inappropriate relationship? She wrapped up by saying, I quote, just because someone likes the fantasy of something doesn't mean they want it in real life. Sex is complex and explorative, but should always be consensual. I post a lot of sexual stuff to my Twitter because it's for my OnlyFans. People who are sensitive to kinks and sexual content shouldn't be following me. I've made it very clear that I'm posting hardcore. And in regards to a trigger warning, she said considering how most of her work would likely require one, she never gives a warning, and if you require that, then don't follow her. She also touched on the fact that if individuals were true to themselves online and didn't cave to shitty cancel culture, the world would be a much better place. And I will have to say, guys, I agree with her on that very, very last part for sure. I know you guys think I simp for Belle. I do it as a joke. For me personally, I'm like, this is a little... Maybe you don't post like this for Twitter? No, I don't think so. Either way, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. For now, let's do some comment replies from the video. TikTok star admits she lied about Kanye West Jeffree Star cheating scandal. The Deshaun Allen said, so people believed someone who thought licking toilet seats was a good idea. Yes, people did. I mean, it's TikTok. It's like the Wild West. It's like you could post whatever you want on there, and if it goes viral, which it probably will, people will believe it, and then it becomes Twitter, and then it goes everywhere, and then headline news, and then someone's like, I'm just a TikToker, I faked it, hee. And that's how it is. Hi Bye said the fact that they believed a TikToker using a vape as a mic. I can literally just repeat what I just said. It's TikTok. People believe anything. It's insane. It's insane. I can go on TikTok and be like, I'm the king of the world. And then people would be like, is that guy the king of the world? I'm not the king of the world. Fluffy Pink Chaos said, and she is so getting sued by the Kardashians. Jeffree don't care about the Kardashians. I hope her butt can cash the check she just wrote. I don't know. Apparently the girl lied about getting sued by Kris Jenner, but then Kris Jenner's team was like, if she keeps lying about us suing her, then we're actually gonna sue her or something. It's a weird situation. Anyways, guys, that's all for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. In case you couldn't tell, things are a little different. We're back at home, back in lockdown, so gotta stay safe, gotta stay healthy. Sending you guys lots of love, and we'll see you soon.